Peace, family. So I'm back at it again, working on a vlog for the farm, giving y'all a little update. So this is our compost pile. It has been our compost pile for several months now, and we have a lot of things growing out of the compost. I didn't film this, but I'm gonna show y'all. There's been a lot of beans growing. There's actually some more right there because there was like an old bag of beans that I threw in here and like they all sprouted. So I just plucked them out, keeping the roots intact. I'm about to show you. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant those. I also see that we have some mango. Like this is a mango tree just growing out of the compost. You see that? And I'm like, is this another mango? This is something too, I believe. And this right here is something. Anyways, I'm gonna come and get those in a minute after I plant these beans. So here are the bean sprouts that were growing in the compost. Look at those lovely roots. It's like a bouquet. Oh, look at that, a bean already growing. So all of this was just growing out of the compost. So I'm about to find I'm gonna clear some space here, find some spots. There's already some bean sprouts growing in here and some baby tomatoes growing. But yeah, let's give these babies a home. I also found these in the compost and I'm really not quite sure which plant they are. Like what are these seeds they're coming out of? I'm wondering if it's mamoncino seeds. Which is like my favorite fruit here. I really don't know, honestly, but I'm gonna plant them somewhere. I do think that they're gonna be whole trees, so I'm gonna find a spot. Got this baby with me. You know, farm attire. Don't even have my shoes all the way on. I'm like, let me show y'all me. I don't like to have a schedule. I like to just flow with my energy. And today my energy said, let's do some garden work. I really don't know much about gardening, so I haven't felt as motivated since my volunteer left, who was really good at it, to do anything in here. But now I'm back. I'm feeling it, and I'm gonna put some intention here. Oh, and I just realized today's actually the new moon. Today's the new moon, so no wonder I'm feeling that call to work on the garden. Okay, I just got started. Planted a few. Look at this. They really are already growing. It's pretty cool because it wasn't even intentionally going to grow some beans. I cleared out some of the weeds. Everything grows out here. Look at that. Long ago, I think it was on a vlog, but like we prepped this whole area and then we threw all these leaves on top to basically like improve the soil. And the soil is darker and it's easier to even dig in. Before it was a lot more compact. We've mostly just started on this side. Over there we don't have anything growing yet, but I'll think about what I want to put over there. I really want to get some roots vegetables, like some yucca, so I think that would be a nice thing to grow over there. All right, now with all those sticks, we've got beans growing. Just gonna find a place for these mysterious trees, and I'm not sure what they're gonna be. And then I'll be done for the day with this project. Let's find you guys a home. Peace, y'all. So I just left my friend's house. I got all my devices charged. And on the walk, I grabbed this baby yucca plant because it was growing just by the road, not in anybody's property. So I'm gonna plant some. I actually was gonna get some yucca from my friend from his house to plant, and I forgot it. And right as I was thinking of that, there was yucca right there on the side of the road. And I was like, oh my God, and it's abundant. And there were some babies, and I'm like, let me take some of the small ones. And so, yucca coming soon to a farm near you. There's so much blue clay in here. Like that's a whole, all that gray, that's all blue clay. Look at that. So today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday our community center does this thing called Manos Cambiadas, which basically means like change. I guess I don't know how to exactly translate it, but y'all who speak Spanish understand. It basically means like changing hands or exchanging a hand, because it's a volunteer program where whoever wants to can go and work on a farm for a day. So they find people within the community who need help with some project on their farm, and then we gather and help them out. I've actually only done this once before, so I'm excited for today. Got some boots on. My toes are normally out, so this is a rare occasion that my toes are not out. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a great way to get to know the community. Everything is done in Spanish. Pretty much everyone there speaks Spanish, so I get to practice. And I get to learn practical skills that I can carry with me to my farm. So yeah. Yeah, that's cheese. Buenos días.
Se saca esa semilla sólida, se mete en un saquito, se mete en otro estañón y se mezcla con agua y melaza. Entonces ahí es donde vamos a tener el MM activo, como dicen. Cuando hace la parte líquida es la parte activa. ¿En serio?
¿Alguien conoce la estopora? Comidas.
Ay, sí, yo nunca me las he comido, ¿sabes? No.
It smells so good.
Están por ahí. Eso es caimillo.
He's saying don't touch it.
Ahí vemos que buen material, ¿verdad? El olor a bosque es... Uf, yo creo que todo nos va a alcanzar. Un montón. Este saco de semolina se puede usar de 30 a 50 kilos de semolina con 3 sacos. Vamos a echar primero la semolina porque yo tengo muchas hojas. Usted no tiene una regadera, dice.
Este producto lo produce
Sí, me encanta la granza también, me encanta apoyarlas.
Bien, eso le voy a preguntar, la granza de arroz.
También es su producto, sí, y ellos también los venden.
¿Quemada o así?
No, ojalá, yo quiero hacer fosfitos, que es lo que usted está hablando, que es cuando usted quema la granza, hace fosfitos, que son excelentísimos.
¿Cómo se llama?
Fosfitos. Cuando usted...
home. So I had a lovely opportunity to learn about creating compost soil. And after the workshop, we finished around maybe 1:30. We did the workshop and then had lunch. I stopped at my friend Zion's house. She went with me to the workshop, so we both just got dropped off at her house so that I could charge for a bit, use internet for a little while. And I decided to just walk home from her house, which I've done before. I've walked there before. It's about an hour walk or maybe 50 minutes when I'm really moving. But it's been really good for me. It's a great way to save money. The bus ride is only 5 minutes and I still have to walk for 25 minutes from the bus stop to my house. So instead of that 5-minute bus ride, I take like a 30-minute walk. And then followed by another 30-minute walk from the main road up to my farm. And yeah, every single time I do it, it feels like easier. This part that I'm on now, where I'm going a little uphill, is really the only hard part. I start to get a bit tired, but I really like the liberation in walking and recognizing that we can get where we need to go on foot, you know. For the most part, obviously I'm not taking no 3-hour walk, not yet at least. But it's just like going on a hike, really. And I can feel that it's good for my body, it's good for my mind. I always really let the thoughts go during that time, and I just be walking. And I'm grateful. And it's just starting to sprinkle. I knew I was going to get home before it rained. I could tell it was going to downpour. So I've got like maybe 6 or 7 more minutes to walk, and then I'll be on the finca, giving so many thanks. Peace, family. Whew. Still here, still alive. Coming back to you with another vlog. It's been a while because life has been lifing and not a lot of work has been getting done on the building process. But today I have an update. So I just got the grass cut yesterday, and oh my God, whenever the grass gets cut, like I feel the clarity. It gets high so fast. It's been raining really hard, so I have a lot of plastic up. And even over my bed now, I have my mantras here, my tent cover, because it's been even getting wet in here. So yeah, there's my bed all covered up. It's been getting wet from this opening, and also mantra be on the roof, and I think he's made tiny holes because small amounts of water be dripping too. But yeah, we're working on it. When he cut the grass, I had him just clear out the altar space because it was really overgrown. It was time for a big makeover. So I'm about to reset the altar. And he was telling me that I can get, what is it called? Sawdust, I guess, from the wood workshop nearby, and that I can sprinkle it, and then that will like stop the grass from growing. So at some point I'm going to do that. I need to learn how to say it in Spanish, and maybe I'll do it today. And I also had him clear out the fire pit, and I moved all of the seating, and I just filled it with some rocks, and I'm about to place these big rocks around it and just set up the fire and the altar. I really am feeling called to do a full moon moment here for August. We're now at the end of July. But all is well over here. It's been wet. Not a lot has been getting done because I've been living and frolicking and having opportunities, and I spend a lot of time going into town. But yeah, life is doing good. We have some plants. We have the oregano, and I think he said this is called guanilama, but this one tastes kind of like lemongrass. Taste and smells. It's so strong, it's so yummy. We have a lot of beans growing. We have the leafcutter ants like eating up everything, and I need to find a solution to that because they've been eating up all the lemon. This is Jamaica. This is hibiscus. It's doing very good. They were just these tiny plants. They grew really fast. Ooh, something is kind of eating them too. It's really hard out here because lots of critters in Costa Rica. A little baby mango, which will have to be moved because I don't want a whole mango tree right in this spot, but I think I'll gift it to a neighbor. Here I have some yucca that I actually found on the side of the road here in the neighborhood, and I planted, and it's doing good. Let's see. So it's, yeah, I'm really thinking I'm gonna get garden beds because things grow so quickly here. I'm like constantly weeding the garden. But here I have some wild spinach growing. Some of it's looking a little sad. I think it's been like just so wet. But I have been even eating this at times, and it's typically spreads. I may need to take some clippings and spread it out some more. And I have an aloe plant, a small one up there, and it had a lot of babies growing, so I planted a few of the babies, and they're okay. Yeah, I'm really learning with gardening, y'all. I don't know anything, but I'm learning. So pretty much there's your update. It's been really hard living here, you know, like I'm getting tired of cooking on the fire, getting tired of not having a real shower. So yeah, my goal, and not even my goal, but what's happening now is I'm back in a time and a place and an energy where I can be paying for more labor on the land, because I'm like actually not trying to do this shit myself, because doing that is ghetto. Since it's not really my skill set. I'd much rather just have some people who know what they're doing. And the things that I'm capable of, I can do. Like I'm actually going to redo the driveway. I'm going to, of course, do the altar and the fire pit. But, yeah, I want to hire somebody to do some of the bigger projects so that it can really get done. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm thankful for the abundance that has come my way for me to do these things and to continue to pour that energy into this sacred space. All right, so this is what we got. Use some big rocks around the sides. I also use some rocks around the altar, and then I'm going to sprinkle the sawdust so that the grass doesn't grow back there in the center. And I'm about to go teach a class, so later I will continue and put the seating back around, but here we have it. Nice sacred space. Fun fact about the fire pit, I slept on the land a couple of times before I invited friends here. I invited friends here for my birthday, which was March 2nd, and we made a fire right here. Actually, my friend Lee made the first fire. We chose to do it here because there was already like a natural hole. So it was kind of like the first space that was set on the land. And the location of the fire is what helped me to choose where to put the altar. So giving thanks for the renewal of this space. Hello again. Just wanted to include a little life update, how things have been flowing. So in the last day of April, I moved to the farm. And then a few weeks later, the end of May, excuse me, the end of May, I went to the US for 2 weeks, came back the beginning of June. And when I came back, I kind of was just getting readjusted to farm life. And I'm like, oh yeah, I also had a private retreat, a 7-day retreat, and just have been living. I have to leave the farm a lot to go and get Wi-Fi, to do things. So I feel like I get up a lot in the morning and I have like my rising, and usually I leave most days except for Sunday. And I go either to town or to my friend's house to get Wi-Fi, to do some things, to download stuff to watch on my computer and to charge and those types of things. And then in July, I taught this 2-week English course at the high school. It was like this 2-week summer, not really a summer program, but it's summer for us in the States, but it's technically not even summer for them. But they had 2 weeks off of school, and there was this program. They needed an English teacher. I ended up teaching it. It was really fun. And I haven't taught English in a long time because I've been focusing on Fire and Serenity and on the inner child healing offerings. And meanwhile, I actually haven't really had any inner child sessions. I had a bunch while I was in the States, but since I've been back, I might have had just one, and then I just did one yesterday, so maybe 2, but I really hadn't been giving that offering in a while. I hadn't booked any sessions, so it was nice to also make some money from this English class because I was pretty low on funds. I also got invited from this photographer who I met last year at a festival here in Costa Rica to model for him, to take some photos. And I got paid for that, so that was awesome. Some abundance came in, and it was a really fun photo shoot. And that that was last weekend. Like, what else to update y'all on? Oh, I also have a new kind of friend, community member who I had met a few times, but I didn't know her too well. But I learned through my other English class from someone I was working with that she teaches English at the local library to children, but she's about to go back to the States. And she was looking for someone to replace her for 3 months while she's in the States with her family. So that is going to start for me in August, and I'm going to be taking over that class. And I got to observe it the other day, and it was really cute. Very different from how I've taught before, because I've always taught kids just a little bit older. Like the youngest I've taught, I think, were 7 and 8, and these kids are like 5, 6, 7. So like my first time doing English class with really little ones, but yeah, she does a great job. It's mostly like songs and dances, movements, play, you know, it's kind of like daycare / English class. So it's only once a week, but it's going to give me just a little bit of abundance. I think I'll probably make like $40 or $50 a month off of it, but it's only once a week, of course. And it's nice. It's nice for me to be teaching again and to like keep that skill fine, keep on using that skill so that I don't forget it. And it's like so divine too, because I do inner child work. So it's nice to also start to work with children again. So yeah, other than that, you know, I really have been grounding and calling in funds to continue working on building. Because honestly, to build a whole structure, you really need to have a well of money, a well of energy to put into it. Peace and blessings. Welcome back. This is probably the same vlog that I already introduced, but hello Patreon. Thank y'all for being here. I actually made a video earlier and then my phone like blacked out, but I thought it saved and I just now realized it did not. So I'm here to tell the story again, and then the other videos are going to be from earlier, so things may look a little different. Sorry about it. Basically this rising, I got up and what was I doing? I was just kind of getting organized, moving some things around, like kind of cleaning up a bit. And I have this like open box where I had some books and like a couple of instruments, like my kalimba, and it had been covered like with a tarp so that no water gets in it, because sometimes it gets wet even inside the house. And I have not played my kalimba in a long time. It's been months. I might have played it maybe in the first few nights of staying here, but I haven't even touched it since then because I just have been not interested in playing other instruments and stuff. So today when I was moving some stuff around, I went to pick up this book, and then I saw the book had a bunch of these like spider nests. And it's not like the web, it's like these, it's like, it looks like dirt, like this brown dirt, and then inside is like spiders and shit. So I was like, oh my God, I have to clean this whole box. So as I was cleaning and removing that stuff, then from my kalimba bag, because it's inside a bag and then the kalimba's in there, hundreds, if not thousands of ants emerged. The big ones, luckily they're not the ones who bite, they're actually the ones that don't bother me too much, but in this case, they really bothered me. They had not only entered my kalimba, but they had all these like egg sacs in there, like thousands, y'all. It's very triggering sometimes to live outside because it's bugs out here. My life is beautiful. I'm grateful. I love being on the farm, but there are so many challenges. So then I was just, you know, cleaning out my kalimbas. All these ants were coming out, all these babies, and I had to like pour some vinegar in there and shake it up. And I was like, I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all cannot stay here. And yeah. Very, 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 very triggering. Made me really want to just cleanse my whole space. And yeah, that's just to give y'all a little update about what I'm going through. And it's not the first time something like this has happened. Actually, like maybe a few weeks ago, and I don't think I made a video, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I have like this bag where I keep, this fabric bag where I keep a lot of my clothes, and I opened it and like hundreds of ants came out of there. And it was the same type of ant, but that time there were no egg sacs, so it was, their house wasn't in there, because I shook out everything. I emptied the bag, I went through everything, and There were no babies, but there were like hundreds of ants in there. And I don't even know how they got in there because it's zipped up. Yeah, I'm ready to have a better living situation. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Sometimes it's really annoying, but every time it happens, I also laugh and I'm like, I just need to get my shit together. So I just need to create a better space to hold my things that's closed. I need to get a big jumbo plastic container. And yeah, I'm figuring that out. But anyways, I'm up. Oh, and there's a blue morpho. A blue morpho butterfly. Reminding me that today's going to be a great day. Thank you. So on the good side of today, yesterday or the other day when my friend Ben came by to cut the grass, he checked out the compost and was telling me what some of these baby trees that are growing are. So we have more mango trees growing, and we have a bunch of mamonchinos. I love mamonchinos. I'm about to show y'all what a mamonchino is. All right, so these are mamonchinos. I'm like, what do they call them in an English? Lychees or something? But in Spanish, these are mamonchinos, one of my favorite fruits, if not my favorite fruit in Costa Rica. And of course, I eat them a lot. And in the center, there's a big seed, and I've thrown some in the compost, and they have little trees growing. And I'm like, oh my God, the fact that I'm gonna have a tree full of these. Cannot wait for a few years from now to be making that vlog, like, look at the mamones. And I recently planted some little trees that I found in the compost, and I thought that they might be mango, but after he showed me the mamon, I think they're actually mamones. So I did plant them. I'm gonna go check on them, see if they're still there. And also, oh, there's the blue morpho. And also I'm gonna plant these little babies, as well as I have 2 baby avocados that when my volunteer Clemencia was here, that she started so many trees, y'all. I'm gonna have so much fruit for her in a few years. We have this like really pretty big one just growing out of this little container, right? And then a smaller one. So I'm going to make a hole and plant an avocado tree right now. So just picked some baby trees from the compost. They just grew on their own. And now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, this is definitely the other tree I planted was mamones. So I'm gonna plant them around the perimeters in some areas, like along the fence. And I'm gonna put 2 together since I have so many, and just in case one dies, then the other one will be there. And yeah, I think all of these are mamon, except this one I feel like might be a mango. But we're not gonna know for years. Plus I have a lot of mango already growing, so not sure where I'm gonna put this one. May have to go down the hill a little bit and plant it where there's more space, because there's so many baby mango trees up here. Like 5 years from now, there's not, like, mango trees are a pretty big tree. You know, there's not gonna be enough space for everybody. But I'm excited to have mamones in the farm.